This is DC Danton Crow Crusader. It's pouring rain today, and I was very upset that the food was not eaten on the fields. Obviously, some of it is that I put out early this morning, but someone interrupted the birds, or something's interrupting the birds. But makes me very upset, I don't know if you can see in the background on the Häfele building are crows. And while I was looking for a secure position to put some food for Charlie, Charlie has evidently hurt himself. And the last few days, it's been very sporadic when he comes down. So I haven't made any videos. But I saw the crows actually diving on the roof of the Häfele building. And they did this about a year and a half ago, and also periodically, but I do have it on video, which I'm going to upload onto YouTube, of them diving on the roof. They will not come to the field and eat, but they're eating something off the roof of the Häfele building. And that to me signifies poison. That is just my opinion, because after that happens, those birds disappear. And this is what we call a large poisoning. This has been happening on the Say Park Center, shopping center, and it has also been happening on the Häfele building. So in large numbers. In other words, not losing birds 4 or 5 at a time, but losing 10 or 20 at a time. And this is how it goes. So yes, they could put it out on their lawn here, but that would be too obvious. And the dog walkers are out here all day. So they don't want to do that because the dogs could pick it up. But they hide it on the roof. Yeah, like cowards. And I can't get up there, and how can you prove it? So, but that is based on my observation, and based on the fact that when the birds behave in that way, they don't come to the feeding station, but the rooftop becomes the feeding station, then what is one to suppose? So, I was at a very good angle to get that, but whatever was up there, they've already gotten, and it's too late. And I expect to lose more birds. So, over the next few days. There are very few birds here today. Only about 10 birds came down here on the field, and you see I have the food there and they will not touch it. And the food from this morning, I don't know if you can see that in the corner there, is still there. So, not all of it. But I don't know if the fox ate it or not, but he may have eaten some of that food. The fact is, the birds won't come down. I have some food here. There are very few birds here, so I find that when the kids come on school, somewhere between 7 a.m. and 8 a.m., there's something here happening, and I'll have to stake it out. But I'll have to do that in the next few days and find out what's going on here. Now I have food on the sidewalk, but they're not taking it. But maybe when I leave they will. So I'm going to upload this today, and it's very upsetting. I still promised my YouTubers an independent video on Häfele, which is based in the Black Forest, the headquarters. And but you can go on my Facebook, you can go on dcdanton.com, that is my website. From there you can access my Instagram and my Facebook page, and you'll have some other pictures. The bruises on my arm when I was attacked inside Häfele, this building that you're looking at right now. I guess I'll just say shortly that I drove in the parking lot by the front door, as you can see. I had a bag of supposed poisoned bread that was thrown out on the Häfele property in front of their giant windows where everyone's looking out all day long. Obviously they saw who did it, or they did it themselves. I don't know that. But when I came in and deposited the bag of poison, actually just put it neatly on the desk and said, you know, you need to be aware of this and you need to keep a watchful eye. Two of their engineers came, pinned me to the front door against my will, with my face slapped to the front door, and said, you're not going anywhere. You know, our chef wants to talk to you. Our manager wants to talk to you. I said, I don't want to talk to him. He already has my email. He can email me, right? I was actually very calm. They held me so tight. They bruised both of my arms. I have a picture of that on my Facebook page, and I think I have it on my Instagram page as well. Not sure. But anyway, I wanted to say that that happened, and I screamed for my life. Someone came running from the upper floor downstairs and told the two guys, big, beefy, young guys, to let me go. Finally, they let me go. I ran out of the building because my car was right there in the parking lot. They ran out and said, you English whore, that's what you deserve, and go back to where you belong. Now, I guess they thought I was from England. They didn't realize I was from America, but I get that all the time. But then I went down and tried to file a police report, and as I was trying to do that, the policeman, the same policeman who took the report for the district attorney when I filed criminal charges against the poisoning of wild birds in this area against unknown people, because I didn't have the proof to pin it down specifically on one person, because I didn't have the dead bodies. But as you know, YouTubers, you will never find a sick bird. 99.9% of the time, if you don't believe me, Google it. They hide away in trees, in bushes, and you almost never find them. So I was lucky to find 3 birds, but that wasn't good enough. Anyway, the same policeman told me, I guess Häfele had called them and wanted to do a no trespassing against me. And so when he was trying to take down what had happened to me, because I had been physically assaulted, held against my will, verbally assaulted, and he told me, the policeman of the Kreuzlingen Police Department, said I got what I deserved. At that point, I was crying, I was distraught, I just gave up. I just left and went home. And this is what it's like. Now, I don't see any birds feeding on there, so like I say, on the rooftop of Häfele, they must have got what they needed. They picked up the food, whatever was thrown out. And as you can see, there's a penthouse there. It's very easy for them to go out on top of the roof and do that. So, I don't know what to say. But there are birds disappearing at an alarming rate. And I have to do something. I need support. I need help. I need people to write these people and make them stop in some way. But obviously, someone's disturbing the birds in the morning. Could be the people on their way walking to school, bringing their children to school. There are a number of parents and children themselves that are very, very evil. Very evil. They hate the birds. I wouldn't doubt that some of them have tried to poison the birds. I wouldn't doubt it. And some of those children are also just absolutely awful. Awful. They attack the birds. They heckle me and my husband. They scream at us. The children, 8, 9, and 10-year-olds. Unbelievable. But believe it. It is true. So, this is DC Danton Crow Crusader signing off for now, and I'll get this uploaded today. And we'll be in touch. Have a good week.